Hi, hello, and welcome to another reaction video. Also, happy Friday. Please ignore the pimple patch. They have flared up. Anyway, we're just gonna hop right in. Today we have Ewu with wife discovers her husband's sick secret. I have a feeling it's kids. An overwhelming amount of sick secrets that you see in these police videos are always kids or child related. But I guess we'll find out together, shall we? Let's just hop right in.
So, when he took you in the room, what did he say to get you to go to the room?
He said you can't tell anybody.
We got reports that the
Well, I was right, it's a kid. Fuck.
child made some allegation against your husband.
Okay.
We had fun with kids on vacation. That's what I'm saying.
She told me, I have a secret, but I can't tell you. And she started crying.
I lived a boring life. Didn't know I was going to wake up a hardened criminal. What the heck did I do?
And the other child said that you walked into a room and shut the door behind you guys. For a 5-year-old to be very descriptive about that, obviously
That's
concerns, right?
Yeah.
So
You
got,
just tell him a big up.
well,
Why would he do this to her?
A parent's worst nightmare comes true when a 5-year-old makes a stomach-churning allegation against one of her friend's fathers.
Oh my god. I'm already upset. This is why no sleepovers, okay? This is why no sleepovers. No play dates. Unless I'm there.
As the truth comes to light, it's not only worse than anyone thought possible, but proves that sometimes the worst monsters are the ones hiding in plain sight.
So it's like I keep finding myself in the middle of this stuff.
The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. On the evening of April 24th, 2022, the Manatee County Sheriff's Office in Palmetto, Florida, receives a disturbing 911 call from a concerned parent.
My daughter's 5 years old. She was getting dressed in her pajamas this evening, and she told me, I have a secret, but I can't tell you. And she started crying. And I said, well, you know, there's no secrets between mommy and you. And she said, well, I don't want you to be upset. She claims that it happened today, this afternoon. We were celebrating another neighbor's birthday party.
The little girl claims one of her neighbors did something unthinkable to her. Deputies are sent to the caller's house, but park down the street in order to avoid bringing attention to the home.
We're not going to confront this guy. If these allegations are true, CACs can come out and do stuff, not us.
Yes.
hi.
Hi.
The deputies sit down with the 5-year-old, but nothing can prepare them for the harrowing story she will tell.
The picture of this little kid bedroom. Like look at this. Like there's a dollhouse. How could you taint something so pure as a young child's life? How could you do that?
Prepare them for the harrowing story she will tell.
So do you have any friends in the neighborhood?
I got this guy. So he shut the door.
What?
He shut the door and
The little girl describes the man inappropriately touching her.
Who's that?
Thompson's.
You said Thompson from... Okay.
Mr. Thompson is one of their neighbors who lives down the street. He's the father of some of the children she plays with.
So, when he took you in the room, what did he say to get you to go to the room?
He said you can't tell anybody. He said follow me.
Okay. And then you guys got in the room, and did he show you any pictures of anything?
He showed me like younger girls like me
Where do you have those pictures?
when we were in Georgia.
Okay. Did anything else happen in Georgia? No? Nothing else happened in Georgia?
No.
Well, I appreciate you sharing your secret with me.
He showed her pictures of other little girls that he did stuff to. Oh, he's a sick fuck. Oh, put him under the jail. Under it. and then maybe go, I don't know, 30 feet more, 40 feet more. Ugh.
I gotta call a couple of people. I'm just gonna call them right out here if you want to go back inside with her. I'll let you know what's gonna happen from there.
With the child and her mother out of earshot, the deputies discussed the situation.
Dad was just freaking out in there and like banging on the walls in his closet, and it scared the kids. So I had to go in there and tell him to chill the out. I get why he's upset, but I was just like, listen, dude, you gotta pull it together for your kid's sake, man. Are you willing tonight to go down to Sarasota to get that forensic doctor visit?
Yeah.
Okay, I figured you were, because I know your husband asked about the emergency room.
The swimsuit the 5-year-old was wearing at the birthday party is also collected as evidence. The next day, on April 25th, deputies tracked down 44-year-old Christopher Chris Thompson while he's working for the Manatee County Utilities Department.
Hey, Christopher, how you doing, man? Good. What's up? You step out for me real quick? What's up?
As somebody who works for a utility company, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. If somebody called me and asked for his location, I would call him directly and find it and give it to them. I mean, police. If the police called and they were like, where is this worker? I would find out. Because that, ugh. What's upsetting is utility workers, they go into people's homes. They're in your yard while you're sleeping if there's a problem. They're wandering around your house in your backyard. They're in between houses looking for trouble, putting out fires. And so it's just upsetting for me knowing how we have to do some things to take care of like the power lines and everything that we do where I live. And that I'm sending these people out. And they could be like this. They could be some kind of sick fuck.
So, I walk back to me. Oh, okay. We'll talk for a second. We'll explain just a second.
Yeah, why don't you take a, you can see her.
Okay. Dude, seriously, you can't tell me anything?
I can't. They'll explain it to you in a minute.
Though they keep him in the dark about why he's being detained, it doesn't stop one of the deputies from talking to Chris's coworker.
Serious?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Real bad.
Yeah. Texas on one? Oh, actually. So the one that's kid and something?
Yeah. That's not his, but yeah. You never know with people. You never know. So.
While they wait for the transport to arrive and take custody of Chris, they allow him to sit inside a vehicle.
I'm just so freaking puzzled over this thing. I feel like I'm getting thrown into something and I just don't know what it is. I'm your ride, sir.
You did yesterday. Fuck
While
you.
Chris is transported to the Manatee County Sheriff's Office, other deputies arrive at his home where his wife Charlotte answers the door.
I'm going to be a little aggressive during this one, and I'm sorry. I can't stand people like this. I cannot stand men like this. Or women. Anyone who has proclivities like this, you're a freak. You're a sick freak. I don't care. There is no justification for it. I don't give a fuck who you are or what you think. You're a sick fucking piece of shit. And there's no helping you, okay? There's no help for people who have this kind of sickness. They just need to be removed from the gene pool at all outlets. Anything you can do. Because that's disgusting. There's something wrong with them.
Hi, how you doing? Are you on the phone?
Yeah, I'm on a call. Can I end my call?
Yes,
You're
please.
welcome to come in.
Okay.
Charlotte is asked to step into her backyard and is told that she's not allowed to enter the home without one of the deputies.
Your husband's on his way to talk to the detective at our office. He just wants us to just stand by with you here.
Is this what's it in regards? I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know. They just told us to just hold on to the house while they get the search warrant signed by a judge.
Okay, feel a little better if I knew what was going on. Or who? Is it in regards to my husband?
I believe so, since he's on the way to the office to talk to our detective, so I'm assuming it's about him.
It's not submitted yet, so it's going to be a little bit.
Do something?
I have no idea, ma'am.
Oh, I lived a boring life. Didn't know I was going to wake up a hardened criminal. What the heck did I do?
I'm Detective Blake. The Burge. What's your name again?
Chris Thompson.
Chris.
Thompson.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. We need to make sure we have the right guy, because it's the first time I've had. Yeah,
absolutely.
Telling him that.
The detective goes over Chris's Miranda rights.
Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us?
It depends what this is, because if it's something I'm out in the middle of, I don't want to be.
Yeah, like I said,
I want to point something out because I pointed this out in the last video. The position that they've sat him in, right? He's here, okay? He's in a corner. You've got one right by the door and then one right in front of him. This is important. It's to make him feel trapped more than the handcuffs, more than anything. You're not free to go. Okay? There is no leaving here. We know we're locking it down. In the last video, they had the suspect that they think shook his baby to death sitting right next to the door while the detective sat on the other side, one in the corner, one across from him. They didn't make him feel boxed in. He didn't feel pressured to confess. This guy is going to be pressured by both of these people. It's just important when you watch interrogations to know what's happening. And so that's why you'll always see they have the suspect in a corner or in a small room on one side of the table where there's very little that they could do to exit or get out or escape. He would have to go through two people, both of which are guarding this door that is over here. It's just important.
That's kind of like the last thing. You can exercise these rights at any time and not answer any questions or make any statements. That's your right.
Yeah, I just want to know what that's going on.
Okay. So you are willing to talk to us then?
For the moment.
Okay.
With Chris finally agreeing to speak, the detective gives him a hint about why he's there.
So tell me about this past weekend, because why you're here is because of over the past weekend.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Chris explains that he took his 3 children, aged 11, 7, and 5, to a birthday party for one of their neighbor's kids. He says that throughout the course of the day, the children ended up playing at multiple houses, including his own. He also states that his wife wasn't there because she was at the hospital with her grandmother.
Did anything happen with his children yesterday why you could possibly be here?
No.
Okay. Were his kids in your house at any time?
Oh, they were all in and out, yeah.
Okay. Were you inside the house with any of your kids?
Yeah. Yeah,
okay,
and cool. All of mine. We had it because we were doing gymnastics in my house, my girls, and my son was there too. And I don't remember all of them. Yeah, one of the neighbor kids was there.
Who was that?
I forgot her name. Sorry, my anxiety's crazy today. I'm trying to think. Okay. I can't think of her name now.
Was it? Okay.
That's it. Thank you.
So were you guys alone inside your house by any chance?
Not alone, no. We had all the kids there.
The next arrival at Charlotte and Chris's house is someone from Child Protective Services, and this seems to tip off Charlotte that the situation is far more concerning than she initially believed.
I think that the detective wants to talk to the kids too. So he said if you can go with her and pick up the kids and you guys could meet at the office over there.
Oh.
You can follow her to the office.
Okay. Okay.
With the kids.
Sure.
Okay.
You want me to take the kids or?
Yeah.
Okay.
He wants you to take.
Whoa. I'm so sorry. Wait, I can't take my kids?
He wants her to come with her and you can follow her with her to the office.
My kids don't know her.
I understand.
I'm happy to, I will load them in the car. I will follow you. But can somebody please tell me what's going on?
They'll explain it to you when they get to the...
You're really scaring me, the fact that, know what's going on.
Without telling Charlotte any more details, they decide that CPS will pick up the children from school and she will follow them to the Manatee County Sheriff's Office. In Chris's interview, the detective asks him about the 5-year-old daughter of one of his neighbors, the same little girl a deputy spoke to the night before.
So, is saying that you showed her some images on your cell phone.
Images on my phone.
That's correct, or a tablet or some kind of electronic device.
Well, they watched YouTube on my phone.
But you specifically showed her these images.
Of what?
Of you in a state.
Oh, heck no. No.
No.
No.
Don't have any idea what I'm talking about.
Oh, no. There's nothing like that on my phone.
That's an interesting response. That's interesting. Because, you know, if I was being falsely accused of something this horrific and disgusting, I would be up in arms. I would be screaming. I would be upset. I think you would too. I mean, think about it. How upset would you be if somebody accused you of something this heinous, right? Like, you would be like physically ill, upset, like screaming. I didn't do that. I would never do that. You know, something. And you see, I've seen this a lot when they have very measured responses like this, very soft responses. It's because of guilt. It's because of guilt. They know that they did something wrong. People don't lobby softballs of responses like this to something so awful. But when you watch as much interrogation footage as I have, murderers, offenders like this, whenever they give these softball answers like, oh no, oh golly gosh, like, what are you in VeggieTales? The reason that they do that is because they're guilty. They're guilty. And it's not even a good deflection. Okay? Because somebody who is falsely accused is going to be loud about it. Especially falsely accused of something so disgusting.
Did you go into a bedroom with her yesterday?
No.
Okay, why would she be telling me that?
I'm not sure why. I don't remember going in a bedroom with her.
Did you specifically escort her into the room and shut the door?
No.
Okay, because I have another child that was there saying that is what they saw.
Oh, no.
Also. So, saying it, and then I have another child saying that...
what room did I take her in?
Your room.
Oh, my room?
Yes.
I don't remember ever having her... I was in my room, but she wasn't.
She described it as your room. So, if she's not really familiar with your house that much, she described it as your room. And the other child said that you walked into a room and shut the door behind you guys.
I don't recall doing that.
Okay. So, and then while in the room, something happened where you showed her videos of you, other children performing on you.
No. Oh, good Lord. Hell no.
So obviously concerns.
Okay, yeah, now I see where we're...
So, obviously concerns.
Yeah.
And for a 5-year-old to be very descriptive about that, obviously concerns, right?
Yeah.
Charlotte.
More softball answers. More softball answers. And I did this in a few videos back of a father predator who had done something horrible to his 8-year-old daughter, and it was on his phone. And he also gave answers like that. He did a whole like fake crying scenario too. It was a lot, but the similarities between him and this guy, their responses are the same. I just want to point that out.
Is asked to speak with investigators away from her children, and she's finally told what's going on.
We got reports that the child made some allegations against your husband.
Okay.
These allegations stemmed from him showing her videos of children performing on himself.
What?
within the allegations also said that he performed on her.
Oh.
Yes.
When?
Yesterday.
Oh my God.
I wasn't around. I was at the hospital with my grandma.
Is very intelligent, it seems like. She's very articulate in the way she speaks. She came in today and talked about these incidents that happened between you and her, and she was very descriptive in those incidents. She described things that you did to her, and she described images that she saw on your phone.
There's definitely...
So here's how I look at things.
Okay.
She's 5 years old. I just want to put that out there. I just want to say that again because she's 5 years old and she had to see this, go through it, and then describe it to her mom. The deputy, the forensic, the person who does like forensic interviews with children. And that's a lot of people to tell about something so horrific when you're 5 years old. I just wanted to reiterate that. Just want to keep that in the nebulous of your thought when you're listening to this guy talk and deflect and deny. Because a forensic interviewer is going to slowly get all of this information out of a child. They're trained to do that. So they have a lot of information from this child. And from what we heard of her talking to the deputy, she shared a lot before having to talk to a forensic interviewer who would have gotten the events in order, kind of helped her put it together. Because kids, they, especially if something so traumatic is happening, that she told her mom she had a secret and then started crying. Like, she has a lot going on. And to know that that was wrong, to know that something is bad, to feel it, to share it, that's brave. Grown women can't do that. So I just want you to keep remembering. She's 5. He did all of this to a 5-year-old child.
Explain why she would be saying those things, and then we can kind of move past this.
I don't know.
And I'm telling you, how I look at it is, I don't know doesn't explain anything to me, okay? So the reason your kids are here is because he said that when he showed her pictures, it was definitely him, and he was laying on a bed, and there was another child doing this to him.
What?
So obviously we're concerned that there's a possibility that he's doing this to
one of my kids?
Well, we don't know that for sure.
My God.
But that's why we want you to come down here. That's why we don't want you guys together, because we don't know your relationship with Chris. Obviously, we think that you're going to be a mother that protects and does.
Oh my God, yes.
So
I really don't know. And we're sure she's talking about me.
I'm 100% positive. We did some research on Chris, and there's some incidents that occurred at 2 different Walmarts.
There was one a long time ago, like before we even had kids.
Yeah.
That there was an allegation against it, but nothing ever came of it.
Yeah.
I was on a women's retreat when it happened. Like, I remember that. Because I remember that investigation and nothing.
Every time she's away from him, he does something. He's a sick freak.
Never came out of it.
There was one, so that was down in Miami?
Nothing happened to their
No,
kids.
that was at this Walmart.
Okay. So that's something that obviously shows pattern of this, where he exposed himself to children. And I know there wasn't an arrest made or anything like that, but obviously some concerns there.
When he was first detained, Chris mentioned a previous arrest.
Have you ever been arrested before or anything?
Once before in Canton, Michigan. Oh, really? I had my kid in the car and I ran into the store. Like my parents always did. Well, you're not allowed to do that anymore. But I got released and it wasn't anything. They didn't push any charges or anything.
Whether or not this is the same incident is unclear. Either way, it's becoming undeniable that Chris is leaving something out of his story.
I know you've been involved in incidents where you were a suspect, where children were involved.
The man, There was one
So
my father.
here's what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying now.
So I don't want to work around possibilities or maybes or anything like that. I don't want you to worry about what's going to happen. I want you to understand. When I ask you a question, I want the honest truth. Okay? That's what you need to push out now, because right now we're in a situation where what's going on?
Yeah, and I don't know. And at this point, honestly, I want a lawyer because I don't know what I'm being set up with here, and this don't sound normal to me.
Okay.
Like,
well, that's your right to have a lawyer.
Something's really off.
What's going to happen right now is that we're doing a residential search warrant on your house, on your vehicle. You're being arrested for capital battery on a 5-year-old. Okay. And you're going to be also charged with showing a minor videos. Okay. So that's the situation right now.
So my phone, you can check it since it's not on.
Okay.
Of course, my phone's dead.
That's the situation that we're in now. Okay.
All right.
Chris claims his phone is currently broken because earlier that weekend he dropped it in water.
Chris is arrested for what we call a capital battery. Okay. He went to the Manatee County Jail.
Did he say anything? Like, did he admit anything? Like, what did he say?
Once confronted about some of the lies that he started, he asked for an attorney.
What?
Okay. So he did elect to talk to me for a little bit, but then once I started confronting, then he asked for an attorney. So
tell the God, why would he do this to our kids?
So here's what we're gonna do now, okay? We're gonna talk to each of your children separately.
Okay.
Obviously, we would very much hope so that nothing has happened to your children, and that these videos are something that he found, possibly. And
he found, but they're of him. Videos that he found, but they're of him. Hearing her cry breaks your heart. Because she thought she could trust the person that she slept next to, that she had children with, that she married, and apparently she fucking couldn't. You can't trust anyone anymore.
And that's kind of where we're at this situation, okay?
Can I call my wife?
No, you're not right now.
How do I get a hold of her?
Well, you can call her when you get to the jail, but we're doing an investigation with her and your children also, okay?
Okay.
So that's why you can't call her.
I got you.
Okay?
All right.
Any suspicion that he would be any bit remotely involved in any of this?
No. Not at all.
Okay. We'll start talking to the kids now, okay? So
Can you
got...
just tell him a big up?
Well...
Why would he do this to her?
I don't have an explanation for that.
Please tell me they're okay.
So let's go talk to the kids. You can hang out here if you need anything.
I need a water or
Okay.
something.
I'll get you that for sure.
Strong for kids.
Charlotte had called her father to join them at the sheriff's office, and as the detective gets ready to speak with her 3 kids, her father is brought in to wait with her.
Okay. Oh, so this is a daddy-daughter? Charlie, what's going on?
No.
What's wrong? I'm right here.
I'm not going to cry. You're going to cry.
Whatever it is. Okay.
No, it's not okay.
What's wrong?
It's not okay.
We'll get through it together. What's wrong?
Supposedly yesterday at the birthday party.
Oh, back up. Slow down. What happened?
Supposedly yesterday at the birthday party,
Okay.
Chris took her girl upstairs and explicitly performed, supposedly, and showed her pictures on a phone. I'm like, well, I don't know how that's possible because the phone is on the kitchen table in a bag of rice. It doesn't work.
The confusion here stems from the fact that there are 2 different incidents, one occurring a year ago and the other yesterday. The 5-year-old stated that the incident with the images on Chris's phone was a year ago during a trip.
How do I tell the kids that their father's not coming home? How do I tell the kids that our marriage is done? I asked. What did he say when you asked him? And he said he started to answer questions and then he shut down and said, "Get me a lawyer." And I'm like, "That's it. We're done."
What?
You only say that if you're guilty. You don't say that. I've got nothing to hide in our house. Go through our house. I don't care. You only say that if you're hiding something.
That's not necessarily true. Okay, let me ask you this. Do you remember the time?
They brought up the Walmart incident.
They know about it?
Yeah, they know about it.
So it's still on.
It's still on file that he was supposedly involved. I'm like, well, they cleared him from everything and nothing ever happened from it.
Earlier during Chris's interview, the detective had attempted to discuss this topic with him.
Have you had anything in the past that you've had any issues with stuff like this?
No, and that's what I'm saying. This whole videos with kids things and all this, that I don't...
Have you ever been questioned by anybody?
No.
About incidents that have occurred that referred to it with children?
No.
Even though the Walmart picture was grainy.
So she said the photos happened in Georgia. She said that when we heard her audio clip. So he showed her pictures in the past. He was trying to like groom her. This small child. And it had happened a year before. She's 5, so she would have been like 4 years old. What the fuck is wrong with this man? Like, what the fuck is wrong with him? That's disgusting.
It did have a resemblance.
Right. And so they questioned
That's what caused the problem.
Right. But that's not why his license gets flagged. His license gets flagged because there's another Christopher Lee Thompson born on that has a criminal record, not him.
While he didn't discuss the Walmart incident, during his initial arrest, Chris mentioned the issues he has with his name.
I have at least one felon that has my name that flags me, like when I go to my kid's school, that they have to verify the picture. So it's like I keep finding myself in the middle of this stuff, you know, and then I have to prove that it's me. And then once I do, then it's, oh, okay, sorry.
Though it's never clarified what exactly happened at the Walmart, Charlotte and her father discussed the allegation that something occurred while their family was on a trip to Georgia with some of their neighbors.
Which is where the little girl said all this happened. So he must have done this to other people on that trip. Now, I will say, I do understand having issues with your name and everything. A few years ago, another woman with my first and last name, but a different middle name, who was in her 40s when I was in my early 20s, she had accrued like 6 tickets, and I got 1 in the same city. And they were like, well, you owe for this one and this one. And I said, what are you talking about? I said, I got 1 ticket. It was last week. And they said, well, what about this one for 2013? Or, not 2013. It was like 2010, 2011. I said, I was 14 years old. I couldn't even fucking drive at that time. And I had never been here. So that's impossible. I said, there is another woman who is significantly older than me who has the same name. Are you stupid? That cleared it up immediately and I was able to pay my ticket. But what the fuck? I swear to God, these people that do this, I said, you can't look up her age? How old was she? Did the cop not take down her ID? And yeah, so I pointed that out and all of a sudden they were like, oh, okay, yeah, no, you only have 1 ticket. And it was like $60. That lady had 6 tickets and it was like $400. I said, I'm not paying for her. Crazy. And I knew it was her because me and her had gotten tickets together before in a different city. I used to drive really fast, okay? Don't judge me. I had a lot of places to be. But it was in the same tri-state area. So the city where she and I had gotten tickets before was right across the bridge from the one I had just gotten a ticket in. So I was like, yeah, I know it's this old lady because I've met her before, because we've both been to court for tickets before at the same time. And it was so confusing that they had to say our middle names so we knew who was being called. Very strange circumstances.
Including the 5-year-old victim's family.
Supposedly it happened when we were in Helen, and I said that's absolutely not true because I was with them 100% of the time.
When you what?
When we went to Georgia for the kids, like the neighbor trip, supposedly it happened when we were in Georgia too.
This happened way back then?
That was one, and then this was the second one.
To the same child?
Supposedly, but I can 100% attest that it didn't happen in Georgia because I was there the whole time.
The trip also came up in Chris's interview.
During that time period, did anything ever happen that would cause me to be involved?
No.
Okay. So I'm specifically talking about... Okay.
Oh, okay.
Did anything happen with her, or did you show her anything, or talk to her about anything, or do anything with while you were on vacation, and then the same type of situation that possibly happened yesterday?
No, not anything bad, no.
Okay. Anything good?
We had fun with kids on vacation, that's what I'm saying.
Don't count him out yet until we know the facts. If he says, yes, I did it, then you know. But if he says, Charlotte, I'm innocent and can look...
Well, anybody can say that. I'm not bailing him out until I have an answer.
A few answers were provided by the Thompsons' 3 children. Investigators began with the couple's 11-year-old son.
Do you feel safe when you're at home in school?
Yeah.
Okay. Has anybody ever touched you in a way that wasn't good? Or asked you to touch them?
No.
No. Okay.
The 7-year-old shared a similar story.
Do you feel safe when you're at home?
Yeah.
Yeah? Good. Have you ever seen anything on any phone or any kind of tablet or anything like that that's not something that you shouldn't see? No. Okay.
While waiting for the Thompsons' 5-year-old, the interviewer and CPS worker discussed the troubling case among themselves.
Is it rare that they do that to their own children, or is it usually pretty far away from her family life?
That, and she might have thought it was him in the videos. Could have been somebody else. I guess you didn't tell me through that.
Whoa. Well, you're a lot more clumsier than your sister.
Yeah.
Hey, girl.
How are you?
Welcome.
I also want to point out that it looked like, based on just the limited scope of what we could see, that the 2 oldest were also boys. I just want to put that out there. His 2 oldest children were boys. Now, most of the time, if they have an attraction to somebody under that is like prepubescent, they don't usually have a gender preference, but sometimes they do. I only know this because I have looked into the DSM-5 ratings for this, because sexual paraphilias are a part of abnormal psychology, and it's something I don't know, got bored and looked at. And it was very intriguing, the amount of information that we get about them. It's just, it's scary. I was hoping that it would, I don't know, provide some clarity on why people are like this. It didn't. It just scared me about how normal they can be, and then one day you find out something horrific about them.
You want to have a piece?
Right. I like your
Did he make you run here?
Has anybody ever shown you anything that made you feel uncomfortable or that wasn't good to look at?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who showed you?
My dad.
Your dad. Do you remember?
The 5-year-old daughter.
What he showed you?
He showed me a boy that looks scary.
Really? What did he look like?
He had like a bad, weird face.
Why did your dad show you that?
I don't know, he just showed us and I'm like, I don't want to see that.
You didn't like it?
No.
Has he ever shown you anything else that isn't good to look at?
Nope.
No.
Just that.
Okay.
After speaking with the children, the interviewer and detective returned to talk with Charlotte, reassuring her that they don't suspect Chris ever did anything inappropriate with their children. There was, however, another previous incident they hadn't discussed yet.
So there was a report in 2009, February of 2009, at like a Target. Do you recall anything about that?
We got married in December of 2008, and we moved to Dayton, Ohio that June, but I don't know anything about.
So no police report or anything like that that you.
No.
Because the allegations of the one in Hialeah in 2009 are similar to the allegations of the Walmart incident where he was exposed.
I have no clue about Target. Never heard of it.
As Charlotte can't provide any clarity about this other potential incident, the detective discusses what will happen now that Chris has been arrested.
So, interesting case. He also escalated. This is something that I read. It is called the I-70 Killer by Ann Rule, and it is about a man who used to play professional sports, or at least he was supposed to. He never got really up to the big leagues, but that was what he wanted. He started with flashing people. And so he would flash people in the park, and then it escalated from there. So flashing is usually the starting point, and then it gets up to like actual assaults. This man ended up breaking into businesses that were closing, that had young women working, things like that, and assaulting these women and then killing them. Assaulting them, following them home, making them think something was wrong with their car, so they would pull over on the side of the road so he could kidnap and assault them. It was crazy. And he had cops in several states like having a pissing contest over who was going to find him, until finally they worked together and actually were able to, convict him. But he started the same way, with flashing, when he was a teenager. So it's just something to point out that this type of behavior escalates. And so he escalated from flashing or exposing himself to children to getting up to actually assaulting them once he felt comfortable, and he had a hunting ground where he could do it. And neighbors who trusted him with their children.
So a big hit will be notification through media, because you're gonna have that.
What do you mean?
With the charge that he's gonna be pushed, it's gonna be like a news release and all that stuff.
Wait.
Not saying necessarily, but they can release it in the media. Okay, so just be aware of that. You might get some phone
I
calls.
thought they couldn't do that involving a minor.
When the suspect is a minor.
Mistaken did that.
They don't do that if the suspect is a minor. But even then, the story can be released. They just can't release the child's name. But if the suspect is an adult who committed a crime against a child, oh yeah, they're going to froth at the mouth to get that reported. Because those types of people need to be reported on. And people need to know. Mostly because if your kid had been hurt by this person, and your child sees them getting arrested, like with the Me Too stuff, people feel safer when they know that they're not alone. So if your kid sees this man on the news and you are with them and it's somebody that hurt them, they're going to know that that person can't hurt them anymore, and they're going to feel safer to say something. There's strength in numbers, and people who are like this always commit in a pattern. And so it's going to be easy to follow. And so, of course, there's going to be a news release about it, about what he did. And other people are going to see that and probably call in and say, well, he did such and such with this child, or my kid says that this also happened to them. It's going to reveal a lot more.
Suspect is a minor. That's different.
Yep.
So they won't release the victim's name, but they'll release his name.
So they're going to drag my family through the mud.
According to official documents, while conducting the search warrant and viewing electronic items located within the Thompsons' residence, investigators found images on an SD card. The images led them to speak with another of Chris's neighbors and inquire if any of her children wore tight camouflage shorts. The neighbor confirmed that her 12-year-old daughter did. When questioned, the child explained that she routinely goes over to Chris's house to hang out with his children. She said that Chris never made inappropriate comments or touched her in a way that made her feel uncomfortable. However, the images on Chris's SD card were of a child wearing camouflage shorts and were close-ups of her buttocks.
Oh. As long as there was no touching, but it's still fucking creepy. I'm just glad that she wasn't touched or anything like that.
So then playing what ifs, what if he didn't do it? Then is there like an apology? Records are fixed? Like, does that ever happen?
So right now, the evidence that we have are based upon a little girl that is making some pretty serious allegations, right?
Right.
We also have one of the other girls saying that she went into the room with him. Okay, so that's kind of cooperating with this. And then we also have past incidents where he was showing behavior towards juvenile girls in department stores, exposing himself in department stores. Everything linking up to this being a more probable than not. The parents didn't come forward and say, hey, I saw them doing this. The little girl did. She made full disclosures. There's no reason for her to make these disclosures unless the incidents occur.
Law enforcement also discovered Chris possessed nearly 20,000 images of child abuse material, and he had produced his own child abuse material with several different victims, all 13 years old or younger. Throughout
20,000 images, and was producing his own. Probably to share with other perverts. What a fucking freak. Sick fucking piece of shit. Ugh.
the course of the investigation, several of Chris's victims were identified and were completely unaware of his actions. According to official documents, Chris has a history going back to 2010, touching and filming young juvenile females. Chris Thompson was charged with lewd or lascivious by a person over 18 years of age upon a child less than 12 years of age. Lewd or lascivious by a person over 18 years of age upon a child 12 years of age or older, but less than 16 years of age, a second-degree felony, and 2 counts of video voyeurism. He pled guilty and was sentenced to a total of 50 years in a state prison. In a federal case, Chris was also charged with 3 counts of coercing a minor to engage in any explicit conduct for the purpose of producing a visual depiction and transmitting the visual depiction. He was also charged with 1 count of knowingly possessing matters which contained a visual depiction of a minor engaging in explicit conduct. Chris entered a plea of guilty to counts 1 and 3. Counts 2 and 4 were dismissed in accordance with the plea agreement. He was sentenced to 60 years in prison, which will run concurrent with his other sentence. Once released, he will be supervised for the rest of his life.
Oh yeah, that's so fucked. But you know what? I'm just glad he didn't get fucking weekend jail like all the others. He actually got a real sentence. He's going away. And that's all we can really hope for, right? Is that he has to go away forever. There's no way he can get out. He should never be given the option to get out. That's insane. But I mean, you know, there's only so much they can do. But holy shit. Oh my God. That is just hard to hear. It's hard to hear. But I'm glad that he got a real sentence and he's going away. Because it doesn't always end up that way. A lot of time they get lobbed these softball I keep bringing that up, but it's like these soft charges because they just don't want to do more. So I'm glad that he's at least going away. God damn. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Sorry it's so awful. I didn't really know what we were getting ourselves into, but holy shit. It was bad from beginning to end. That guy is a sick freak, and I hope that I hope he gets put in gym pop. But thank you so much, and have a great day.